Hey-o everybody. It is time for another daily pattern. Today's pattern is called Wick'd. First I thought it was Wicked, but it's not. It's Wick'd by Erica Collette. Step number 1. This is definitely a ribbon type pattern. You want to do a parallel lines, whatever spacing you want. Then you draw verticals, giving a pretty good spacing here. And then step 3, in every other one along the top, you do this sort of a squiggly shape in every other one. And then on the bottom, on the opposite, every other one, you do that same squiggly shape. So I'm probably going to turn my tile. I go across one side, I turn it around, I'm going to go across the other side, right? Some sort of squiggly shape. Then you draw a little line and a little flame shape. And so you have a row of candles back and forth like that. Good tangle for the new year, isn't it? And there's the completed tangle. And then you can do whatever you want with it to embellish or shade or whatever. Here is here's their version using some colored pens on either side, and with this running across the middle. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, because you know I don't do that. I try really hard not to plan ahead. For various reasons. First off, I like you guys to see how I learn a pattern as I'm going. Most of the time I don't try these patterns ahead of time. And I like you guys to see how I compose and how sometimes the tile goes smoothly and sometimes the tile goes horribly wrong. And no matter what happens, it is okay. It really is. It's okay. But I do think usually when I get a ribbon tangle that is clearly a ribbon like this, I do like to go diagonally across the tile. So I'm going to put in just kind of a guideline like that. I might make them kind of curved. Maybe I'll make it like this. Yeah, that would be good. Something different. I'm not sure I'm going to put the border yet, so I'm not going to draw it in pen quite yet, but I am going to draw this and this. They're going to be kind of a curvy shape like that, because I don't want it straight. I'm not feeling straight. These can be straight. And I'm just deciding how wide. About like that, I think. It'll feel like the right size on this tile. I'm going to turn it around. Something like that. I'm a little too close, maybe. Let me zoom out just a smidge. Okay. So on every other one, I want to do this sort of drippy shape. Something like that, right? And they all can be different. Some of them can drip lower than others. Like such. And then go the other way. And I don't want it here because that's the same one. I want it the opposite. So I want it here. right? And then this one needs something like that. So there they are. Every other one. And then on the spot where there is the drippy, you put a little thing and a flame-like shape. A little line, a little wick, and a little flame. A little wick and a little flame. This one I'm not going to do because it's like off the edge. Yeah, that's off of my square. Same with this one, it would be off there. I'm not going to see that one. And here. Okay. So that's the basic pattern. But you know, I can't just leave it like that. I got to do something to make the tile more interesting. This would make a really cool, cute little border around like a greeting card or something. I think on one side, I'm going to emphasize an aura, the flame. Perhaps just go for it. Something like that on that side. Are we going to do the same on this side? I do not know, but this looks funny right here. I didn't. Okay, that's better. I think perhaps. Perhaps on this side we're going to do this. Similar? Similar, but different. I'm just kind of following these lines. You'll note that they are not even. Especially this one. This one is not even close to being equidistant to the one before it, right? Almost touching there. It's okay. I'm just stopping at my pencil edge. Like that. So they're similar on either side, but not the same. I think I want to put a little dark bit right in the middle of these flames. Just feel like they need a tiny bit of dark. And I feel like I want to emphasize one side and these drips. I'm just doing what is on my right of the drip. Not the whole drip, just one side of it. Gives it a little depth and dimension that didn't have before. It's not a lot, and it's very subtle. Can you guys tell the difference between this one and this one? I can. I like it with a little dimension, and then it'll really look different after I shade. Oh, little dog next door is barking. Well, he's not really barking, he's more whining. It must be cold outside. I'm sorry for the little dog next door. He wants to come in the house. Poor little thing has had to be outside a lot more than it has in the past because the neighbor next door passed away. And the kids are still living there. I don't know if it's her daughter or actually I think it's grandchildren that are living there. But they work and such, so the dog is out a lot more than it was when my neighbor lived home. Okay, so is there anything else that I need to do with this before I shade? I'm going to just sign it and put a name on it. Which one is the top? That one or that one? I think this one. So this one is called Wick'd. Sign it. And then we're going to do some shading. I'm going to do the box. Okay. Oops. You are too close. You cannot see what I am doing. I gotta get used to doing that. Go back to my habits of making sure that I am on screen. I've lost my good video technique here, remembering to look up at my screen more frequently. Sorry about that. I will try to do better. And then here I'm going to, I want them to kind of be rounded, but I want them to be more on one side than the other, so I'm going to do this. Just on one side. Okay, so now I hear the grandchild next door. I know, I'm hearing lots of things today. So it's not the dog next door that's doing the whining. I think it's the dog 2 doors over. There are lots of dogs in the neighborhood. We don't happen to have one, but there are a lot. I know there are 2 next door on the other side. There's 1 next door on this side, but apparently it's the dog 2 doors over that's doing the whining. Must want to play with the kid next door. Okay. Oops, missed this one. So I am going to do just a little bit on this side, but most of the shading is going to be on this side. With just a little bit on this side of the line. So I am going to come over that line. I'm not going to use that line as a barrier, but I want these candle shapes to look really round. And in order to do that, I need more shading on one side than the other, because that's what your eye is automatically going to see, but it is going to be see some shading here because it's a rounded shape. But it's going to see more on one side if the light is coming one direction and they're all lined up in a row, like a row of pens or a row of pencils. The light, like if I get the light just right, see how it's shiny right there? Super shiny right there, and it's a little bit shady on this side and a more shady on that side. That's what's happening here with my candles. So it's more shady on one side than the other, and I actually should go a little bit on this bottom like that. It's better. A little bit of shading. Really just makes the whole thing come to life. See that? Isn't that awesome? And then I want some under the drips. They don't need to be under all of them, but I want them under the drips. Probably should have turned the tile to do this part, but. And I want a smaller, thinner blending stump because these are tinier areas here. If I don't get the smaller one, I will put too much graphite where I don't want it. And turn it. That's better. Okay. A little bit too much graphite right there. Okay, perfect. All right, and then I want to shade my little flamey bits. Decide how I want to do this. I think I want to do that. I'm going to do this. Something like that. Yep. On that side, and then on this side, I'm going to shade in these crevices that I created when I did my auras. Alright, so that's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, I think I am done. There is today's daily pattern. It is called Wick'd. Zoom in on it so you guys can see it really good. There you go. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. Go out, be a blessing to someone else. Enjoy your day because you deserve to enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. I will see you tomorrow. I will be going to work shortly. And yeah, you guys have a nice rest of your day. Bye.